Right now.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's fine. They can't kill you.
They get in your ears. I already have enough problems with my ears. They would not be able to get into my ears. They can't even do that.
Yeah. Okay, let's get going, and you guys need to focus tonight because it's heavy RP, and don't fuck up.
Said like you weren't enjoying the revelry last night.
Last night I was. Friday night, not so much.
Fair. Hello and welcome to Tuesday at the Table. We're doing well here. Off to a great start already.
No, we are not doing well because we have earwigs in here.
Oh, calm down, earwig. Bugs are everywhere. Welcome to Earth.
I don't like Earth.
Nobody does, but we're here anyway. Noah hasn't gotten a boat yet. Don't worry about it. But today we are here in the frosty north. Are we still north?
You guys are north, yes.
We are in the frosty north with our group of sorcery type ladies, some of which turn into trees.
Who turned into a tree?
You were not paying attention.
No, I didn't, apparently.
Clearly not. Fine.
We don't need to spread the word that I turned into a tree.
Yep. Good job.
No
one on the internet will have heard that.
That's right.
So, yeah, without further ado, Miss, go on and take us on out of here.
No, thanks for that.
And I promise there's going to be about 800% less drinking tonight.
Says you. Guess that means I have to make up for it.
I mean...
And less emotions, because I get emotional when I drink.
Welcome to Happy Fun Field Time Corner. I don't know. My name is Raul. I will be your metaphor.
Okay, so you guys were able to take your rest, and actually I will need to know watch schedules.
Isn't Sylvie? No. Isn't Twilight the only one that needs a full rest? I don't know about Ruby.
I think I technically do.
What are you?
If you're not an
Nazi,
elf,
right?
I'm a tiefling. Or not a tiefling, fucking Ashkenazi.
Yeah, you're a Paraganazi.
Yeah, Ganazis need to sleep.
Yeah, this blue shade.
Rena will take first watch.
Okay. Then
Is there... What's the terrain like? Is there a tree? Are there trees about? Is there a pond?
I
I think we mentioned this last time that there
Don't-
wasn't any bodies of water in
I-
the privacy.
You know, I have to ask just in case she changes her mind for me. That's pretty much where that goes.
I'm trying things in my stuff.
I didn't do nothing. And we're not on the same screen as you, so...
I know. I'll do it at another time. There are lots.
Ah, shit! All the things happened at once, and it was terrible.
It was terrible. No ponds, lots of trees.
You just have all the things hiding back there.
Yep, pretty much. That was a storage place, and I wanted to keep it that way. Oh, okay. At least it was an easy. At least it's an easy fix. Look, it just came out.
So, Rena will take first watch.
Pretty blue dice or missing dice. So you're taking first one. Then I need you to roll. Yes, that. Alright. You're able to keep awake and alert. Congratulations.
Thanks to my herbal juices.
What?
Where's the fucking yen?
Alright. So your watch will end, and who will be taking the next one?
I might as well. I'm already up in a tree. I can keep an eagle eye out.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
The Rena will give away to
Why are
to
you
say.
always in trees?
Hmm?
So why are you always in trees?
Because it's safer than sleeping on the ground.
Not a lie.
Normally, I prefer sleeping in ponds.
Strange women lying in lakes, distributing swords.
Look, the last bitch I handed a sword out to did very well for themselves, thank you. 19.
Alright.
Okay, no, I don't have guidance here.
You're up in the tree. How far is your vision?
Forever.
Sure, you wish.
120.
You're pretty sure you see signs of fireplace burning off in the distance. It's hazy, it's at the edge of what you can see. You're not 100% sure, but you guys seem to be getting close to a settlement of sorts.
Well, that makes sense. That's what we were headed towards, right?
Alright.
Is there sound directly coming from them, or...?
How far can you hear?
120 feet.
Forever. I mean, my hearing's not restricted. She's got pretty keen senses.
Go ahead and, actually no.
How far away does the fire look like it's off?
It's ways off. You're just seeing the
Well,
little smoke rising.
Oh, God.
It makes sense. We can see the firelight off a lot longer than standard vision, so...
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will keep my eye out in that direction if they come. If there's people encroaching.
Alright. Fair enough. I believe we'll need one more watch.
In that time, Runa finishes her trance. So
Oh
there
yeah,
we
you
go.
trance. But then you trance as well, right? Okay, then
So-
we're good.
2 watches. Yay. We did do the things. Things
Alright,
were done.
well,
What?
Things were done. I ate in that time.
okay. Anyway, the rest of you will be waking from your slumber. It's an early morning, light glistening softly in the snow of the trees. It is very quiet.
Runa will sigh, watching the sunrise.
Am I just not hearing anybody again?
I'm not hearing anything either, so. I think they're just being quiet.
Yeah, I'm
I
just being
wasn't
quiet.
saying anything. I was listening.
Uh-huh. So you're awake now.
Runa sighs heavily.
Yes, I caught what you were doing.
Looks like we have an encampment over that way, so fair bit. They don't seem to disturb us in the evening. Seems like we're getting close.
It is definitely a good area to start. We'll have to see. Excellent eye.
Just sitting in a tree.
Oh.
Sylvie will do as usual and go to find a private place to do her prayers. It's not long before she returns, and I am assuming that the grouping of you are going to want to continue on your way.
Torhild will struggle to work up the energy to get out of her sleeping bag, but will do so inevitably.
I'm playing the Ash of Fire.
Alright then.
Runa
You're a
watches
filthy
from
mess.
afar.
I'm just waiting for us to set out.
Alright.
Probably making minor alterations to my outfit for the day.
For the day. Marching order, please. Who's in front?
Runa? No.
No, I think you kind of have to be because you know where we're going.
Right. Yeah.
Nisse can take up the rear guard.
Alright. Sylvie will choose to walk back with Nisse as well.
Torhild will choose to walk near to Sylvie.
So our marching order is an L formation.
More like a clump at the back.
Pretty
It's
much.
like a teardrop.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that Fire Chick is in the middle somewhere? Raga?
You might be muted.
Oh,
Yo.
I'm not muted. I just pushed to talk.
Alright, well, are you in the middle then?
No, yeah, I was near the. I was like picking up ash from the fire, or from the remains of the campfire after everyone was.
So he's not paying attention, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
We were talking about marching order.
Yes. That's a good question, actually.
Well, we've got Miss Dragon Queen in the front. We have Nisse in the back. Sylvie near the back because she knows that she's also a hard hitter. And Torhild following that lead. So most of you are in the back.
Technically, that puts us right in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm all alone in the front.
And I'm guessing.
Up near the front.
You just have a freaking awesome entourage, Rue.
Right.
Does that make me the hype man?
Yes.
Yeah. Can do that weird glamour bard or where the fuck you are.
Whatever the fuck she is, yes.
Alright, Runa, since you are the one leading this grouping forward, I will need you to make either a survival or a nature's check.
Yeah, it's not me suffering for once.
Alright. These mountains, they're not familiar to you in the sense that you've been here before, but this is old news to you. You've been traveling in this kind of terrain for so long. You're able to keep you guys on track, and within a couple of hours, those smokestacks are turning into a small village in the valley of some rocky formations. You guys are coming at it from above.
Like a cliff above?
Kind of. I guess I could switch over there to that one.
Either that or just, excuse me, slopes into a valley. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Kind of the idea of what you guys are coming up on.
How far did you walk that we're in?
Well, I don't do scenery art, so I have to deal with what I can find.
Amen.
It's actually impressive.
Am I
So it
familiar with
seems,
this
so is the art like it is here? Is this more like a fortress, or is this just example?
No, it's honestly like a medium city. Like, I would imagine more buildings than this, but I liked the looking down into it, sloping in from the mountains, also some buildings up on the slope,
Yeah.
a wall, a gate to get into,
Okay.
that kind of thing. It is a very ornate city, very old looking.
This place has to flood so fucking bad when all that snow melts.
It just never melts.
Yeah, we're kind of up in the permafrost.
Yeah.
It's what it sounded like to me. Like, you're high enough in the Himalayas that this shit don't melt.
Yeah. They're
And
called
which
the
is
Winter
awesome.
Mountains for a reason.
Am I familiar with this town at all?
No, you have never been here. You didn't even know it was here until the Orky guys told you about it.
And this was the one that they told us that did do the horrible crimes that they're all gonna pay for?
That's what it's been pointed out.
Runa will turn to the group. It is possible that this is where we need to be. We need to come up with a plan, a formation. Do we go in and ask questions? Or do we sneak around and see what we can find?
Are you curious? You were plugged in. Unless somebody unplugged it.
I'm gonna touch your tech.
I know. I'm being a brat. I'll be right back.
Kind of looking around at the others and sticking my hands in my pockets, going,
Well, I can tell you the path that I would want to take.
Sneaky, sneaky.
least resistance.
Diplomacy.
Sneaky, sneak.
I don't really need a sneaky sneak. I talk to people and they let me go places.
And they let me go places.
I mean, technically, Torhild's way better at talking to people than sneaking.
Technically.
Well, technically, because she is, I'm just not.
It's not such
That's fair.
an ongoing conflict on every level.
This is why I normally try not to play high-end characters.
Same.
But I do all the time. I don't know why.
Where do you want me to put this?
There's a plug up there. I just installed it today.
Yeah, it's up there.
She can't even reach the Tupperware. Come on.
Ah,
Wow.
I wasn't gonna fire those
Assholes.
shots, but. Ooh, wow. That's... You know what? If you get stabbed tonight, I'm just going to call it a casualty of war. These things happen.
By who?
I don't know.
Patrick, are you gonna stab me multiple times?
Thank you.
That's alarming.
Maybe? What?
What?
I don't know what's going on here either. Don't worry about it. Or worry about it a lot.
I'm licking my teeth for you.
Don't.
I can't see it because you were looking at the wall.
Now there's another issue.
Go under the cord.
I'm
That
an
should have been the
idiot.
easy part.
Okay, if you guys are gonna be mean, I'm just gonna leave and go to bed.
No, don't do that.
Say shit.
I feel like I'm in danger just because I'm in between both of you.
Well, you were also instigating, so yes, you're in danger.
Oh, all I have to do is look cute and I get out of
No.
the seat.
What proficiency bonus go up when I caught up to the rest of you guys? I don't
It should be 3 right now if you're at our level.
is, but I wanted to make sure that Calcifer got buffed.
Mm.
Alright, you guys are making a plan.
So far, it seems the plan is talk to people, even though none of the people who are good at talking to people want to talk to people. Except Nisei.
It's fair.
I'm average. I'm not really a talking person.
So,
I spent all my time talking to like Faye and shit. Their motives are pretty out there.
yes, they are. Looks away.
I think maybe we need to investigate more before we just go in and start talking to people. Ask some townspeople instead, not officials.
Well, yes, yeah. But we're going to have to get within the city first.
That'll be easy.
Okay, and what is your plan to get into the city?
Not get caught.
Let's see.
Oh, remember who has Pass Without a Trace?
Pass Without a Trace might not exactly help us get into a guarded gate. You know, when they're
We're not gonna
looking
go through them.
specific.
We're not gonna go through them.
I'm just saying, stealth checks can only do so much.
I'm just
Though they can do quite a lot, especially if we go in not through the gate.
Can I roll to see if we can get some more detail on what we can see into the city, to see if there's any other way in, and any main gates, a tunnel, a crack in the wall, etc, etc.
Yes. You can roll perception. Alright, with a 16, then, yeah. The gate is obviously well guarded. It's very large. It has guard posts, and there are guard posts a few yards out around the gate. But the mountains do slide right into the city, and there's no gates where the mountains are cascading into the area.
Well, what else do we know about this place? Are they permissive of travelers? Would they recognize you on sight?
Runa, your knowledge of this place is 0 to none. Your clan's people never spoke of them. You've never had a run-in with them before. There was never an issue.
Well, the orky guy said that they're like demons or something, right? So maybe we should try and get a little closer and make sure this is even the right.
Did he say? I'm trying to remember myself. Did he say demons or did they say typhoons?
They said
I like said demons, but they might
It
just
could
be
still mean tieflings because
That's why I'm
Orogs are
confused.
not exactly smart. Well, they might be more smart, but they're still Orogs. They still Spreckens the Zugzug.
Runa will nod towards oh my god. Torhill. There we go. I want to always call you Torsten for some reason.
No, that's my future boyfriend.
I know, but you're both cute and you're both blonde and you both start with letter T, so. Anyways, we'll look more towards Torhill. I think that is probably a decent idea. The mountains seem to slide directly into the city, and we can probably use that to our own cover. We will need to investigate, because I don't know if they know much about my kind, based off just appearance.
Well, I just mean like if we get a little closer, maybe hide in the trees or something where we can get a vantage and look and see what we see walking.
It's not a bad idea.
Runa will not just turn and start leading towards a section that has something like that. An overviewed area with some trees that they can hide.
alright. Well, the important question I need answered here is, are you looking for this kind of place near or outside the gate in order to enter through the gate if you find it safe, or are you going to do this in the sloping mountains?
I'm thinking right here.
So in the sloping mountains.
That's my point.
Mountains is a fine place to be.
Alright, so yes, you guys go dip into that very tree-lined area. It's close. You're pretty much in city limits at this point, though still on the mountains. What is it you're trying to perceive?
I believe it was Torhild's suggestion to see if we can spot people walking around down in the city who would match the descriptions given to us by the Orogs. So, hoping that we're in the same place. Or in the right place.
So pretty much general appearance and race.
Alright. So, as you guys settle into this overhang of trees, you see a bit of activity. It's still morning time, though later in the morning, and things don't seem to have quite woken up yet. Though the people you do see are horned and tailed. They range in colors of blue, black, and white.
Really could probably connect to that. This looks very similar to certain two people.
Yes, you've seen this before. It's exclusive to these features. There are no signs of elven or humanoid creatures, just these strangely colored tieflings.
Well, I would say that that's probably given us cause to say we're in the right place.
Rena will be very tense and nod towards the side.
So, we must enter the city and locate where they would potentially keep their prizes.
Alright, so you guys are discussing entering the city at this point. It does seem like you'd have a pretty easy time continuing down this mountainside, though you do notice that about 6 feet from the bottom it gets pretty slick and steep.
What's 6 feet?
Yes, to you it's fine.
Only one. I don't know how tall Ruby is, but the only one I'm worried about that level of distance is definitely Torhild.
Torhild is petite and lovely.
6 feet neat.
Good question. I actually don't remember. I am 5'8".
See, Ruby will be fine. I'm 6 foot.
So
Not
Torhild
counting.
and Sylvie are short.
Nearly 6.
Why are they? 5'5"? 5 nothing?
Torhild is 4'11".
Oh damn.
Is Sylvie in human form or in wolf form right now?
Sylvie is in wolf form, and she is 5 flat.
Not in wolf form.
Shoulder?
Not in wolf form, she is 5 flat. But she is a big wolf, so
I think the problem is us moving about freely in the area. If there's... I mean, certain of us could pass on our own as far as natives of this settlement.
Yeah, but some of us are definitely gonna stick out, like me.
Me. So cute. Well, let's say that brings an interesting question out of character, but I'm not even sure. I think I may have asked this before, but I forgot, so we're gonna ask again. We've seen you be able to shift your appearance. Are you able to do that to others, or is that just something that you can do for yourself?
No, that's something natural to me.
Okay.
I mean, for a brief time, several of you could be out of sight.
Are you able to transform yourself to look similar to them?
Just kind of looks at herself and just kind of pushes a couple of strands of hair back, and it seems that they curl into white horns that kind of droop around her jawline and kind of crowning her face.
White tiefling now?
She appears to be a very snowy tiefling with, you know, Valkyrie-style clothing.
they're
Excellent.
much in a similar style clothing.
So just looks there.
Quite excellent. You can be our eyes on the Alex, and we can see around you.
I was about to say, can't Runa pass for one of them? She kind of looks like a snowy.
She's got the horns.
Does
Yeah, that's what I'm
have
saying.
horns and blue skin. She looks mostly like them.
Speak enough.
She looks
More
mostly
than
like
me,
them.
he was like 8.
Close enough, perhaps.
Close enough to be a deception roll.
Yeah, like unless they actually forced it, I think you could pass for one pretty easily.
Well, then in that case, I'll pass. I will pass without a trace on the other two, and I'm sure nobody will mind the wolves with us.
Wolf. Astrid is with
Oh,
the boys.
That's right, wolf.
Keeping an eye on him. Yes, I agree. Sylvie can easily pass as a pet right now, and we can simply vanish the other two from sight. Although they might still need a hand from you. Your idea is probably... Your spell's probably still going to be needed, otherwise they would make tracks that would very likely be seen
I want to say
They're
he beat
they're
the-
invisible, but they
but-
still make footprints. So you still need to cast Pass Without a Trace, so they don't leave
Yeah.
footprints.
There we go. I was like, what?
Yeah. Feety prints. They are a thing.
Well,
Particularly in snow.
Yep.
that
Oh,
sounds
they
like
had hover.
that sounds like a good plan then.
And we'll see if we can't just simply gain entry.
She will not. So are they gonna go back towards maybe not the main gate, maybe a smaller
Well,
gate?
was there multiple gates, or was there just the one main gate?
There was just the one main gate.
You sure we can just slide right in?
I mean, I could get over the wall, but that's just me.
So I can be fine.
Hmm?
I'll be fine.
I don't think the wall was just 6 feet tall. There was just a 6-foot drop near the wall.
I could get on the wall, but it's gonna make a lot of noise.
This is very true.
I could get over, but it'd be a pain in the ass.
Okay, then I guess they need to work their way back towards the main gates.
Yep. Okay. Though I only need to do it for 2 people, I will cast invisibility for Torhild and Ruby.
Hey, Torhild, look, no conscious. Stomps ground.
And then I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Alright.
And they will walk towards the gate.
Alright, so you guys wind around the bottom of this mountain slope and towards the gate opening, where there are these guard posts a few yards out from the actual gate. There are clearly men armored there, and they're watching as you pass. There's not very much traffic at the moment. But they don't stop you. You are able to get to the gate where the guard is stationed. And he'll kind of wave you guys to halt.
I'm just gonna stop, hands folded in front of me.
Lazily look over. Their hands are in her cuffs.
She's Russian now.
She is Russian. I mean, that's literally what her outfit's based off of, is a Russian jacket.
What's your business?
In town for supplies.
Supplies.
Yes.
What are you doing in these mountains?
Existing, though hunting has been too scarce for our liking. Our camp's provisions are running thin, and we're seeking to gain some to tide us over until the game comes back.
What camp?
We old small estate just over that ridge.
He'll glance in that direction. Which way were you pointing?
That one, apparently.
Damn, screen didn't go that high.
For the
General.
visually impaired,
Yeah, somewhere like over there-ish.
Over there.
Over there-ish.
there we go.
Over that ridge.
Are you from the kingdom?
No. We like to keep to ourselves.
Gypsies, then. Wanderers?
I'd like to think that we're more homesteaders.
Gypsies, stripes,
Glances
and
willing
teeth.
to. Go ahead and roll a persuasion or deception, however you're perceiving it.
Well,
Well, that is definitely a deceptive type action from her.
Is it a blatant knowledge or just an accidental one?
Did you just legit steal Roro's, like, thing?
What? What do you mean?
Now he's thinking about the hot lesbians, not what they're here for.
I mean, potentially.
That's legitimately what Roro
Um,
just did.
Let's see. I'm double checking all my shit because I have a lot of stuff that works on people. So,
Wait, what did you roll?
well, the dice roll was an 18, and I'm just making for sure that everything is in check here. So that's 18 plus 8.
Alright.
Right.
He rolled a 20, but not a nat, so
Modified 20 versus Nisse.
yes.
Who will win?
He looks thoughtful at the two of you and then down at the dog.
Every lesbian's best friend.
We're supposed to have cats, but whatever.
The market won't be open for a couple of hours.
Is it fine for us to be perusing in the meantime?
There's a tavern that'll open its doors. You can stop in there, then head to the market as needed, but I suggest you not stay.
Is there something wrong here then?
We are not open to outsiders. We are not aligned with the kingdom.
Well, not about me.
That's why I'm giving you passage.
Well, thank you very much. Very kind.
Why are you not alive with the kingdom? Stress.
Our freedom is more important than appeasing fools. Just put it that way. Besides, our people are not well accepted. He'll look at you guys in a knowing way.
Just
Nods.
give a knowing nod.
Girl, preach it.
Well, there is all the good things to be said for a people who takes their fate into their own hands, yes?
Yes.
We understand this philosophy quite well ourselves.
I suppose as wanderers of sorts you would.
Of course. Thank you very much. Would you mind terribly pointing us to the direction of this tavern?
He'll take a few steps inside the gate because it's a very big, thick one. And as you kind of follow beside him, you will see two more guards stationed on the other side. He points down to the northeast of the city. This city continues to slope downward slowly to a center point. There are very many buildings kind of mashed together along these staired walkways. If you head down to about the 3rd level and stick towards the eastern side of the city, it's pretty notable. Nothing else is really awake right now.
Well, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your help.
We'll make sure to stay quiet. Told you they half-hearted.
Alright. Glances between the two of you.
Nod and just kind of usher her along.
You
Hmm?
even.
I even what?
Go too far, honey. Oh, you're gonna have issues.
Sylvie
Look,
is
it's subtle implications. Nothing was said.
Sylvie is
Agitated.
grumbling. The wolf is grumbling. Its hackles are a little poofy as they begin to enter the city.
Door opening to sneak in.
Well, you guys are invisible and have passed without a trace. Ain't nobody fucking seeing you.
I don't know.
Look, I'm just saying, you have, at this point, any stealth checks you're doing are at +10 and advantage.
Double ones are still a thing.
Yeah,
You know what? Fuck you, Fluffy, for introducing your luck into this game again.
Luck every game. And I roll like shit too.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't officially call it out as much as he does.
Alright. How long are they invisible for?
An hour or more, so long as I keep burning spell slots.
Alright, so you guys head for the tavern.
Yeah.
You will eventually find your way to this larger building near the bottom of this spiraling indent of the city. And there are two large lanterns burning on either sides of the door. And above is a metal-worked sign that has the word Glacier above it.
Oh, they certainly have lovely brandy.
Runa was gonna be eyeing different parts of the city to see if there's any indications that may point to where they need to be looking.
Can you roll me a perception check? As you are looking around the city, you notice that up on the side of the mountain there's this palace-looking building. Yes, pretty much. And it is on the opposite side of where you guys are beginning to burrow into this spiral. It's in that area, it's not packed buildings. It is spacious. There are gardens. And it seems like more guards. Though, you do notice a lack of guard presence throughout the city, just in areas you would expect.
Alright, so not a total crackdown state, just protecting the protectables. Alright.
Do we know what this giant building is in the
It
middle?
is not there.
Okay, so that's not there, okay.
No, like I said, I'm just kind of using this as more for the scenery than the actual layout and style.
The
of
feel
town.
of it.
Yes.
I'm just using
Going to
different,
church. Going good.
I'm just using different points in here to actually ask for that. Okay, cool. Runa will be eyeing the giant's palace then. And is there anybody directly around them? That's not.
I mean,
No. People are leaving you guys alone. They're not taking an interest in you, and it's sparse to see anybody on the streets right now.
in a very soft tone, she will pretty much whisper towards them to say, "It seems that might be an excellent area, unfortunately." She'll gesture towards that palace.
Without any other large buildings around, I would imagine that would be a place where they would keep them. Unless there's... I don't know, this place is absolutely foreign to me.
I fear if there's a underground cell, how will we be able to find it without breaking entry?
That is an excellent question. It's not like I have the means in which to get us entry
She'll
as such. I don't exactly have status as an emissary here.
she'll raise an eyebrow.
I'm...
You have that in other places?
Yes, if... as befitting my station. My own.
As well.
As befitting as it is in my state, as befitting is my station back home.
maybe someday I'll be able to see that as well. After we finish all of this.
It'll be quite some time. My kingdom lies on a different plane than this.
Huh. I never thought I'd even leave my village, and yet here we are. Maybe someday I'll leave the plane as well. Anyways, shall we continue to investigate?
Yes, I think we should look around a bit. There's not a whole lot of locals, but spending some time in the market, I could probably get some information about our current predicament. For safety's sake, let's go and rent ourselves a room. We'll need a place to hang low.
She'll nod. It's a good thing we have a few extras to keep an extra ear out for us and locations that aren't next to us.
I wouldn't want them too far away unless they lose your protection.
She will nod towards the invisibles. Not to go too far away.
There is a bubble.
Stay in the bubble.
So yes, to the room.
Yes.
The place where we can get the room.
So the place where we can be smart,
Pretty much actually.
confident we are.
The tavern you're in front of seems to have a few rooms. You do remember passing what looked to be some kind of inn a bit back.
Then that's where we should head.
Alright, so you head for the inn.
Yes. No.
It's a very rectangle building with very plain outer walls. The inside isn't pristine, but it's clean.
I will locate the person who most likely represents the proprietor.
A female is standing at a small wooden desk. She will nod to you. And what is it I can do for you?
We're looking for a room to stay in. We are weary from travel.
Outsiders.
With much in common as well, if you will.
In common with us how?
I guess you can say in terms of alignments, or lack of.
Free spirits who deem it necessary to take fate by your own hands instead of laboring under the yoke of another.
Yeah, well, don't take the Lord's qualities to everybody you meet here. We are like any city ruled over. We have our own minds.
No, of course.
Now, rooms, how many?
A large one for now. We don't have much in the way of splendor, but we've come into some coin.
Alright, I have a decent room open. We don't get very many outsiders. Will be 2 silvers.
Alright. We'll just kind of reach behind her into her cloak and just kind of pull out a gold coin. Just kind of set it down for her. I don't know how much she would care if it's gold is gold, but it's a gold talon. I mean, it is still a coin, but it has what looks to be a raven's claw minted on it on one side, and then kind of an M symbol on the back end of it.
I haven't seen currency like this. Doesn't look like anything from the palace.
No, we live not within the bounds of any kingdom, we found these coins, and they are curiosities.
Oh, in the mountains?
There are some places within these hills that are unexplored for some time.
Gold is gold. She will get you a silver thin key.
Don't.
You're
It
good
looks
for,
fragile.
You're good for until tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you very much. So she said it was 2 silver worth?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, look, I got 8 regular silver coins for this area.
Yes, you do.
This is what I had to check. Is like, what is the currency that she's carrying? Because it's not from
Yeah.
around here.
Fair enough.
Gold is gold is gold.
Some people are actually some like more xenophobic or closed-in cultures are really skeptical of where their what's minted on their coins.
I mean that.
Because if these guys don't like the big empire and suddenly they get this new person trading an empire coin,
Oh.
Yes.
this
Yeah,
is a thing that's happening in my games that hasn't been a thing of interest yet. But yeah.
No, because Bramstock, we're too scared about whether we live or die. We don't give a shit about what's minted on our.
Yeah, well, you all have 1 coin. Understudies, however.
Understudies
Gonna say
finds
plot
things,
twist.
trades it in for money, and spends it right in the town. 'cause
Yeah,
they're so broke.
yeah. You have not kept wealth for it to be an issue yet.
Nope.
Because you're all using the Samaxian coin right now.
We are starved for wealth.
You are.
Although you did mention that in one of your other games that that might be coming.
Yeah, yeah. The
Because he's-
Zerian currency is known as stars.
I remember you saying that.
Stars.
Yeah, Nemesis loves this stuff. But yes, I will take that and the key, give a smile, and go and check out the room.
The room is large and though kind of plain. It has 2 moderately sized beds in it and 2 trunks. There's a large window that faces the rising sun and it's casting a warm glow.
What kind of view do we have?
Mountains.
You're in a valley.
And
Everything is
then-
mountains.
Did the room have to face the palace? Just wanted to make
Nope.
sure.
It faces the mountain.
So, I'll wait for everyone to kind of make their way in.
Slams the door in one.
Sylvie
Fuck
will
that! I
kind
make
of
my way in bed before you can shut me out.
Sylvie will kind of shake off her fur before changing into her humanoid shape.
So once everyone is assuredly inside, I'll kind of close the door and just. All right, so we're in. We just have no idea in what we are looking for. Now, refresh my memory. Were your loved ones taken with intent, or was this just a raid? Was this a war? Do you know if they were taken as prisoners?
I am not sure. It seems to have just been
You know that your clan was not at war with anybody. You guys struggled against the Orogs, but that was just really a elemental issue. An issue of where your clan had set up in the lands. You guys are used to being raided by the Orogs. And this seemed to be a raid where prisoners, well, one prisoner was taken.
this. want to plagiarize that shit. This had to have been a raid, but I can't shake the feeling that it was not without intent. My clan is not at war with others. We are very peaceful.
And this was your son that was stolen. Do you occupy a high station in your community?
Nothing more than a mother.
I mean, you're one of the best huntresses there, but there was no very. It wasn't very hierarchical. It was a very family-like clan. There was the chief and the medics and the people, much like Sylvie's clan was.
So we need to determine why they would take your child as opposed to anyone else that they could. And you said he was young, correct?
I think he's 7.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they take a 7-year-old boy instead of able-bodied men prisoner?
I don't know what they would want with him. He's never done anything wrong.
Your mind, Runa, will flash to his late father.
No. I've forgotten his name.
I got kicked out, sorry.
What's your hubby's name?
Well, ex-hubby or dead hubby.
Gunder.
Bird.
You sit on your words, Patrick. Sit on them! Romby.
He was in top ones, though.
Alright.
Romby was... He wasn't really a part of our clan. He lived near enough for us to know about him. But he wasn't one of us.
Could it have been that he's one of these people?
She will shift to look out the window. I can't help to notice that there are some similarities. He never really spoke much of where he came.
Well, if we could even at any reasonable measure assume that your late beau was of this settlement, perhaps they came to get the child because they see him as belonging to here.
I just wonder how they would have known about him to begin with. He spent a lot of time within my village. They didn't know who he was. How did they find...
Did he keep to himself a lot? Was he an indoorsy type person?
Your son was wild. The clan had quite the issue with him. He took after you.
So rude.
Short answer, no.
She will chuckle lowly.
Your husband, that is.
Husband, okay. Thank you. He was very kept to himself. He didn't speak much to anybody.
Secluded,
Very
hiding.
secluded. Very.
There, perhaps he did something that gathered these people's attention, and he was in your village hiding.
I guess that is possible.
It's
Huh.
it's all speculation, of course, but it seems I've run into situations like that before, and maybe they just caught up with him.
I just wonder if someone as sweet as Robbie could have ever done.
You could very well be surprised what darkness lies behind a pleasant smile.
She will not be. There's a dark aura around her now.
Smiles.
That, I
Smile.
know that not phased
No,
the same
no, no.
whatsoever.
Smiles pleasantly at Runa.
Stop! Oh, Shaw.
Well, I have a question.
Yes, Torhill.
Yes,
Are we able to talk now that we're in the room and no one's around?
Yes, you should be relatively safe.
Okay, cool. I don't like it here.
I wouldn't figure you would.
I mean, I'm all for like freedom and people doing their own thing, but I can't help but feel if they got one look at me that I wouldn't be leaving you.
It would very likely cause some troubles, yes. But
Interesting idea. Actually.
I'm curious as to what you think is a possibility of action.
Well, of course I would never want to put Torhild or any of us in direct danger.
Then perhaps
However-
anything including the revelation of Torhild's presence should be put away.
But they might take her to the same spot where they're keeping Solomon.
Or they may seek to expunge her immediately.
Yeah, we really shouldn't use her as bait.
She's not authorized to be here like you and I.
Barely authorized to be here, as far from what we can hear.
It's true, we are barely allowed in here. And we have similar appearances to the current residents.
Well then, we don't need to put Torhild in danger. Or yourself. Or Ruby. Or Sophie. I wouldn't mind racking up some guards and getting them to jail myself. I can communicate with you guys on the outside. It wouldn't be difficult.
You are making an assumption that he is being kept a prisoner, which may not be the case.
What more could you be kept as, if not prisoner?
A returned son,
What?
a returned family member, perhaps. If what I'm suggesting is anywhere near the truth, perhaps your late husband's family came with an interest in their grandson being raised amongst their own people.
And not consider half-breed.
And what?
I said, and not consider him a half-breed.
Some people, an ounce of their own blood is enough. It is still it is still one of the clan's blood. The son of some potentially important person in this city. And to keep them, or depending if this place is heavily drenched in a more malicious politic, perhaps their son was kidnapped to be used against the father's family.
What I'm configuring from this suggestion is that technically my in-laws could have kidnapped Solomon and he may not be kept as a prisoner in a jail, but in one of these houses around us.
Could potentially be a gilded cage, yes. They've taken in their wayward grandchild. Or they're being kept in perhaps less than ideal conditions in one of these houses to be used against the family of your late husband.
There's too many to check individually.
Well, yes, of course, there are.
I'll need to log them out.
I think we first should find out if... What was his name again?
Husband or son?
Husband.
Romby.
Romby. Perhaps we should inquire if the name Romby holds any meaning here. Was he a vagrant? Was he someone of importance? Who knows? He might have unwittingly bedded a prince or a king. That's another possibility.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe this guy was like aligned with the kingdom that they're not fans of. Could have taken the kid for ransom purposes or something.
That is a real possibility, Torhild. Either that or whatever ruling body is here, your son is a direct descendant and they want to keep all those threads close. The possibilities, if...
Does not really align with royalty, but is certainly an interesting aspect.
Well, he was not born into a royal house. Perhaps he's an exiled prince. Potentially.
We can find the archives. I'm sure we can look through the names of civilians.
We'll have to see what amenities this place possesses. If it does have a city hall or a records hall, that would be a good place to start. Because I feel that we're not going to get much in the way of progress here until we determine whom your husband was to these people. Friend or foe.
Now, is there like a directory in this hotel room?
No.
Like there's
Star
a Taco Bell down the
69.
street.
Calling information.
Well, then in that case, I'd like to set out immediately.
The best places to gather this sort of information might be both here and the market. We would have to start asking questions without arousing too much suspicion. Although, not knowing anything about the man, his name alone may raise suspicion.
Just offhand, were there any prominent statues of note as we were passing through? Ones that looked like they could have been like people of importance, old kings, that sort of thing.
Not in the part of the city that you're in.
Maybe up towards the large structure on the hill.
I had a thought. Maybe if this Romby guy was from here and you guys said that you had a house, over yonder, perhaps if you go question about him and somebody recognizes the name and it arouses suspicion or whatnot, perhaps Romby just stopped by on his way out of town or something and you were coming to see what happened to him.
Just in terms of, we're looking for this person that we once met.
To be fair, that is not a bad suggestion, Torgild.
Well, I mean, he definitely has some similarities to the people here, so it would stand to reason that he came from here.
I think it's an excellent path to follow.
Unless there are many of these types in this kingdom they're speaking of. We know very little, unfortunately.
I think
Any-
I'm gonna have us stop there because it's getting late and I'm exhausted.
True, that's fine. But hey, we are in the target zone. We have a loose plan, and which gives you things to look up on.
Yes, and you guys have a loose idea on why the things have happened.
I mean, there's a bunch of conjecture with funny horns, but you know.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say sacrifice, but I was thinking sacrifice really hard.
What were you intending to sacrifice?
No, not me sacrificing. I'm saying the kid might be grabbed as a sacrifice.
I mean, this happened how long ago?
Not very
I
long.
mean, maybe we have to raise him to a certain age before we kill him.
I mean, we might be really late to the party, but
Most doctors are.
I mean, I'm kind of an Eskimar, and even I don't think we should jump to conclusions and assume the demon people are sacrificing kids.
yeah, it's just like these people. There's a lot of interesting threads as to where this goes, and I like the mystery investigation of it. This is going to be fun, and I am glad I am this character and not my old one for this.
Yes.
Because my responses would be quite different. Anwin would probably start extracting information from people in a not so kind way.
I'm pretty sure she would lay siege to this place.
So let's just bust the door down and ask the king himself.
This is why we loop around and attack the castle from the rear end. That's
Just know more about Runa's other half. Like, what dealings did he have, or so, or
exactly. I'm really curious as to how he fits into all this, because I get the feeling from one way or the other, the reason why your son was kidnapped was because dude bro was dude bro.
Romby.
Romby the dude bro. You said he was unruly,
Definitely.
so dude bro. You have a type.
Definitely
Apparently.
either associated with these tieflings or maybe whatever kingdom they're not fond of.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe kind of thinking something along those lines. But either way,
I
we've
can't
got a
believe
fun
my own
mystery.
husband's story.
Lots to find out.
Lots to find out, and we'll get that next time, whenever the hell we come back to this game. I don't know.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. But in the more immediate presence, thank you all for joining us. Tomorrow, around Two's Mountain, I'm going to be back with Evil Within. Two.
Mountains.
11
Two-ish.
twos.
11 halves. Everything is 11 halves around here. But no, yes, tomorrow, Evil Within 2 will continue because, holy crap, this game series is so good. I've been watching Liquid's stream because he's blind playing the first one, and I already want to go back and play the first one again. Good times. But thank you all for joining us. This was amazing. Nice hook. So yeah, everybody, take care of yourselves. We'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.
Bye.